So Eric, very happy to have you with us today. So we switch in English because we have many attendees also from Viva Technology International here with us. So that is why the next 6 hours of conferences will be in English. So thank you very much to be with us also for the international attendees. Eric, I'm very happy to welcome you here at France Quantum because Crédit Agricole is the very first French bank to invest and to be involved in the France Quantum ecosystem. And I think that it means a lot that it is the Crédit Agricole, the very first French bank to be in the ecosystem. So, question, why Group Crédit Agricole is positioning on quantum computing so early, and why now?
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everybody. The reason is because it will be big, and we are big, basically. So we are big because we finance and we support one family out of 3, one business out of 2 in France. A lot of people doesn't realize this, and we have a very long history of financing the society and the technology evolution. The group is very old, 138 years old. I started middle of nowhere, France, and is now the 10th largest bank in the world. So it's not only because we team up with evolution of society, but also because we see potentially some very positive outcome for our businesses and our customers. And also we have to be ready for this evolution and not be surprised by it.
And then if we go directly in the heart of the subject, what are the use cases that you identified these days at Crédit Agricole?
We see many potential use cases for us. My colleague Ali El-Hamidi from CACIB will talk you through more later today, but it's of course about calculating very sophisticated models that on a classic, even supercomputer, would take months or years. When with enough qubits, I've been told it can be done in a fraction of that time. The scale of magnitude of this evolution is in potentially 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times faster. So when you think about that, and when you think about all the compute we are processing, we are operating for our customers, for our models, for our corporate, it can be a game changer. So we don't want to be late. We want to be part of this ecosystem, and these use cases also can be about our own security. We are the deposit not only of the money of our customers, but about the data of the customers and the transaction of the customers, and to make sure that the quantum computers won't hack our systems. We better have to be part of the system itself and understand it before and invest, than wake up one day saying, oh my goodness, we have no more data, or oh my goodness, all our encryption keys have been eaten during one quantum breakfast, right?
No, so there is clearly a very interesting use case, and when it's a matter of security for a bank, it is very important, clearly. Well, actually, the technology is still at the research stage, and you're an historic bank with actually a universal bank model. How do you prepare the organizations for when the technology will be ready? Because it will be lots of disruption.
Yes, so our goal and our role, especially mine as Chief Digital Officer, is to make sure that the organization will be ready. So we have to test use cases, which we do with some of the partners. I don't want to name them, but it was some of your recipients of awards this morning. We are teaming up with them. But it's also to speed up the level of understanding of our group. And it's our entire group, starting with our top managers and top executives. And we are helping them understanding what this is about and the impact this can have on our various businesses. And then we bring the best experts from the market, and some are presenters today in your great event, to our engineers and our even executives, to let them understand the potential or the potentiality of this new technology. And at the same time, we love to be actors of the ecosystem, as I said. So, as an example, we have over 40 villages with, at any single time, over 800 startups in our villages. We don't finance all of them, but we help them starting and coming to life. And then we team up with the best of them, and the ones that will effectively survive. It's a bit a Darwinian game, but the one that will. So, and it will be the same and it is the same in the quantum ecosystem. So it's important to prepare our staff to team up with the best and to be one of the financiers and the support of this new ecosystem.
So clearly, what you want is to support the French ecosystem. What impact you want to have on the French quantum ecosystem as a bank?
We believe this will be big, as I said, even if it's not hundreds of millions, as I read sometimes, even if it's millions of times faster than any great supercalculator now, it's massive, right? Of course, the challenges are huge, and I'm not a scientist, so I cannot comment exactly why this is so complicated, but all the discussion I had with some of these startup founders and the scientists makes me believe that they will find a way, okay? It will work, it will be big, we want to be part of it as we are part of the French economy anyway, and we think that it's very important to support the advent of champions in Europe, and not only to buy technology from across the seas, right? It's very important. We all know and we all live in a complicated world right now, and we see how dependent we can be about energy or about, I don't know, chips, electronic chips. We have some champions already in the country and in the continent. We have to make sure that we help the advent of the new one, and also strengthen the ones that are already existing. It's not only replacing the old guys by new guys, but also how to make sure that this technology, with all the scientists, as it was said earlier, the great schools we have, the fantastic scientific work that is done in the country and in the continent, is not always taking a 10 or 11 hours flight to California, right? And I live there. But seriously, it's very important. So the goal is to be there, help, understand. Maybe we're wrong. That would be terrible, honestly. Not for Crédit Agricole. We will survive. But if this is never taking off, now there is good signs when we reach 1,000 qubits and more with a very fast accelerating curve that we will see 10,000 qubits, and then maybe one day 1 million qubits, and maybe one day some of these qubits will be here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, but seriously, this could happen. I mean, if we look behind what happened in the past 40 years, it's in technology. It's incredible the power that is in the cloud, that is in these devices. So, with this new technology and the future and the promises it has. So our role is definitely to prepare, be ready, support, help. And okay, maybe we're wrong. We think we will be right. And some of you in the room or online are right about it. So we want to be your partners.
Eric, it's perfect. Actually, just before I said that we need CAC 40 companies to invest in quantum to support the quantum ecosystem. So it's very important, I think, that Group Crédit Agricole can show the way to the others. But clearly, we are at the first, and it's very promising. Thank you very much, Eric. And
thank you.
Thank you very much.